Well, the daily's back in. Not only for some maintenance, but some fun stuff. So we had just done those footwell lights, and I figured since it's gonna bother me that those are so bright, everything else is so dull, we'll go ahead and go through and I'll show changing everything on the inside of the car. We'll go through from front to back and I'll talk about installing each one. I do have one of these on the bench to kind of make it a little easier to show you how to do it. Same with this guy, because these two bulbs are a little tricky. So a quick rundown, and all we're really talking about today is going to be illumination stuff. So mirror lights, dome light with the two reading lights, floor lights, we'll do the glove box light, and then we'll do the trunk light. So if my calculations are correct, I don't think I'm missing anything. That should give you LED on the entire interior as far as seeing things. Gauges are a different story, and I talk about those in another video. But I will note that I did it on the turbo car, which is manual, and the only thing I didn't talk about was changing underneath the auto shifter, which is another 194 bulb. We get time of the day, and if I have extra, I'll see how easy it is to get to it and maybe add on to the end. But yeah, we're just gonna focus on how you see inside the car. All right, so now we got the garage dark. I'm gonna show you our before, I guess. So this is how the 03 comes stock. Open the door and all you get is your map lights and that center dome light. If you have a 99 and an early 2000, you'll also have like the same color glow coming from underneath their dash. So as a reference, here's what we're starting with. Hopefully the LED will shine like I think it will. And real quick, as a little fun thing, this is since I've added. So that's just putting the factory holders underneath the dash and just going straight to LED with them. So it's kind of what sparked the whole making the rest of it LED. So real quick, if you're going to be doing this, do everything. What you're going to need is 2 of the 212-2 lights, and then 7 of the 194 bulbs. I want to say for 4 I paid maybe $5-6, and then a pack of 10 of these guys like $3-4. So there's literally thousands of options out there. What I can tell you is, I want to say you want to look for the ones that say canvas on these guys. If not, you'll have like a dull glow when it's off. This car did it for the longest time. I had to add a resistor in there to get it to quit doing it. Hopefully these ones will get rid of that. I do have another, oh no, I switched it in there already. The one that came with the suede headliner had one of these, and it does not do that. So keep that in mind. 194s, it's literally all you need, and maybe, you know, a few hand tools. All right, so first is going to be our mirror here. So I was always under the impression this was actually pretty difficult, but it's actually not. I'm going to do this and then just throw it in the car, and then just as I change them, I'll just keep swapping. But you can do this in the car, but if you want to take it out, you're going to need a T20 Torx bit. Just loosen that bolt, and you can see where it'll slide up off of the mount on the windshield. So if you want to work on it like this, you can. Take a flathead, there's little notches. Simple as that. There's a little less violent on this one. And you'll see the little bulbs in there. Now you can't just reach in and get them. So just like that. Don't go crazy, but just enough that you can pull it out of the socket. Okay, I see these ones are burnt. This is actually out of the turbo car, which hasn't been used since I bought the car. You'll see the little tabs in there. Stick that bad boy right down in there. Same thing with this side. Just like that. Now before I put it back together, let me go plug it in and make sure I have these in the right way, because sometimes LEDs will be a one-way thing. Let's go test it out. All right, so ready, set, go. There we go. Like I said, That little Torx bit right there, all you do is just make sure it's loose enough, slide it down on that mount, and tighten it down. Just make sure we put our covers back in here. And this side, there's your mirror lights. Pretty big difference so far. Let's go ahead and we'll move on to that dingy little guy. So for this one, I see we're gonna get our hands dirty a little bit. Now I believe, don't quote me, we're about to find out, but I believe just taking this guy right here out, that should come off. Boy, was I wrong. So 5 7mm screws around the perimeter right here inside the door. There's that little guy right there. Oh no. So then what you can do after that is you just pinch this guy. Get you a little better access, and then you just gotta kinda pull it out. All I'm gonna do is just take this pair of pliers here. So, not like Patrick, do not firmly grasp it. Gently grasp it. Just like that. And then we'll take the bulb that I brought. Oh. Okay. Slide it back in here. Push till it clicks. Slide this whole thing back in place. And then put your screws back in. Nice, beautiful light in there now. And bing! Nice bright light in your glove box. Onto the dome light. Alright, so with this, again, you could do this inside the car. For reference, this is how this actually looks. This is actually going to sit above your headliner. The hole for the light, these two and this guy will actually sit in. Okay, and then these 4 tabs are actually what hold this up. Like so. So if you need to get this thing out, if you wanted to get this whole thing out, you'd have to push those 4 tabs, and that would get that off of there. Okay. Now keep in mind when you do that, there's nothing behind this, so you're gonna have to like drop the back of your headliner and reach up to kind of hold this down as you put this back in. So if you don't have to, I definitely would not do this. It's a little easier for me to work on the bench here and show you guys. Like I talked about, here's what I had to do for the turbo car to make it work. I had to add the little resistor in there, otherwise this would just sit there and glow. This actually traveled between a few different of my Grand Ams, so they all did the same thing. So if you're looking up at your dome light, this is what you're gonna see. Okay, so center, come on with your door. You can turn it off or you can turn it on. Within the door function, your dimmer switch basically will also turn everything on as well. So to get in here, all you gotta do is just a flathead and just pry up the sides, and that lens comes right off. And what you're gonna see in yours is one long bulb here between these guys, and then 2 of these, which I have one out already. But for these guys, all you do, little corner turn, and it comes out. With these, they're kind of like a press fit situation going on there, and the wires are wrapped up around. I've seen write-ups where people pull these out and find a way to make it work, but instead, I found the actual bulb holders. See there, the little tabs are still there, but it just gives you basically a holder for a 194. Yeah. A little bit more finesse than I like, but that'll work. It's a little tight, but it'll fit. Okay, and it seems like if you move the wires a little bit and drop it in, there we go. Now we'll come back to testing those here as soon as we get this done. Now mind you, you're gonna be doing this while you're upside down too, so. And we'll toss one of these guys in there. This is gonna be a little tricky, but we'll make it work. I'll go ahead and do this in the car like you guys would without hopefully have to remove this thing. Did forget, if you do have a sunroof, you can peel this back and actually reach up that way to hold that piece down I was talking about. But if you can avoid taking it down, that's ideal. You should really take out your fuse to do this. That's a big no-no I just did. So, holy crap. All right, so that's that so far. I'm gonna turn it away because I'm getting blinded by it. All right, so got our new holders with the new bulbs, and hopefully we hit these things the right way the first time. Twist and remove, and finesse to install. All right, this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Hey, so there's one. Let's hope I did it right the first time. There we go. Whew. All right. There you go. All three installed. We'll turn this guy back around. Oh yeah, even brighter now. Put your cover back on. And voila. So, let's crawl under the trunk and replace that guy. Need another one of these guys. Yep. Look up under here, and depending on how long it's been there, it might be a little tight, but it's literally just 2 pinch things, and it falls down. Let's see if I can finesse this a little bit. There you go. Right here. There we go. Okay. Same thing. Boop. Boop. Gather. Make sure you face it the right way, which is down, towards the flat part. Feed your wire back up in there. And voila. LED light in your trunk. Alright. Time for our final test. Ooh. Just in case you can't see, now you can. Same thing in our trunk. Sweet. Alright, I guess I did say as a bonus, I would look into this little light. So, you know, orange, yellowish, whatever, and then, you know, red where it goes. So to get this out, pry up and get your little trim piece off. Okay. Get that out of the way. Now you have all these tabs here. So that one and that one. So loosen it up there. There's one right here by the 1-2. Oh, I broke it. Careful not to break it. Okay, got the 3 of the 4, and the last one should just kind of like that. They put this tab right here on this side. There you go. Set that aside. Got this like disperse thingy. Helps make the light spread. Kind of. And there's your light. So we'll take that out. Put an LED in. And I guess you could put this back in. It definitely makes it a little weird. So yeah. It's like straight up yellow. Well, at least you still get the red, and it's just bright white. Interesting. You could potentially make another one of these, just different color, and then use your LED, and then, you know. I definitely don't like it. Put this guy back in here. As terrible as it is, biggest thing is getting this stupid little tab around there. And once you do that, it should fall right into place. Just like that. Don't forget your trim piece. And that's it. So, if you got any ideas with that, share them. Maybe I'll revisit it. Oh, and one thing I didn't really go into was the footwell lights, which are 194s. To see more details about that, I'll actually link the video where we added those in the description for those of you that don't have it. 99 like this one came with it early 2000, and then late 2000 I got rid of it to where everyone else didn't get it. Check that out if you want to. All right, well, that's a wrap. So we have all our LED inside now, so we can see at night. Be blinded apparently. Keep coming with the ideas. This all stemmed from someone telling me about footwell lights, so as you can see, things can snowball pretty quickly. Time to get back to audio on this. Like I said, she's got some maintenance anyway. So as always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.